Some people insist that women's MMA is somehow less violent, less punishing, less dangerous than what happens when men step into the cage. But anyone who has watched closely knows that idea doesn't survive contact with reality. If anything, the knockouts delivered by elite female fighters often feel colder, sharper, and more ruthless, not because of chaos, but because of precision. When technique meets timing, when speed meets intent, the result can be devastating. This is a world where one clean strike can flip momentum, erase confidence, and end a fight in a heartbeat. What follows is not just a collection of finishes, but a reminder of how unforgiving women's MMA can be when skill, courage, and violence collide. The early moments set the tone immediately. When Alini David connected against Stephanie Nyan, it wasn't wild or desperate. It was clean, sudden, and shocking. The smile vanished in an instant as balance gave way to instinct and instinct failed. The head snapped back, the body betrayed itself, and the follow-up shots landed with frightening accuracy. These are the moments that expose the myth that women's knockouts are somehow softer. There is nothing soft about a fighter whose lights go out because she trusted her defense 1 second too long. That same truth echoed in the fight between Ko Salivan and Carolina Arm. At first, it looked competitive, a chess match of movement and exchanges where both women had success. Grappling exchanges, solid straights, and cautious pressure kept things tight. But as the second round unfolded, Ko found her rhythm. The kicks came faster, sharper, thrown with full commitment. One landed perfectly on Carolina's chin, and just like that, the fight was over. No warning, no mercy, just the brutal efficiency of a strike thrown at exactly the right moment. Melissa Martinez delivered an even darker reminder of what elite striking looks like when it's dialed in. Against Yujiro Romo, she established dominance early, hurting her opponent in the first round and planting doubt that only grew with each exchange. When the second round came, the finish wasn't rushed. It was inevitable. A punch-kick combination landed with sniper-like accuracy, leaving Romo no space to recover, no chance to survive. It was savage, but it was also controlled, the mark of a fighter who knows exactly what she's doing. Lucero Acosta faced pressure early against Allison Breeden, absorbing aggression and being forced backward. Breeden tried to turn the fight ugly, to overwhelm with size and urgency. But adaptation is everything in MMA. As the round progressed, Lucero found her timing, began to counter, and once the door opened, she stormed through it. The punches came in waves, each one landing cleaner than the last, until Breeden walked straight into a finish she could not escape. It wasn't luck. It was evolution happening in real time. When Alina Daloslan steps into the cage, chaos tends to follow. Against Guma, that chaos built slowly, strike by strike, round by round. Guma's toughness kept her upright longer than most, absorbing punishment that would have broken many others. But toughness has limits. In the third round, those limits were exposed. A relentless barrage of precise strikes reshaped the fight, and eventually, the face taking them. It was a reminder that durability delays the inevitable, but it does not prevent it. Some fights end before they even have time to breathe. Momoko Yamazaki vs. Libby was one of those. Heavy shots were exchanged immediately, and in the blink of an eye, Libby landed the kill shot. No build-up, no warning, just a sudden, violent ending that left no doubt about the outcome. The same could be said for Clara Penaquin's finish against Coralie Robert. A crisp combination, a perfectly timed high kick, and the world stopped for a few seconds. The body was still, the crowd stunned, and the replay told the story better than words ever could. Other finishes were born out of frustration. Ana Clara and Andrea Santos grappled and battled for 2 rounds, momentum shifting but never breaking. By the third, Clara had seen enough. She turned patience into punishment, dropping Santos repeatedly until the body simply could not continue. That decision to flip the switch is often what separates winners from highlight makers. Poliana Viana's performance against Amanda Reyes followed a similar arc. Reyes pressed forward relentlessly, unfazed by blood, trusting her chin and her pressure. But pressure without defense is a gamble. By the end of the round, Diana's counters landed with venom, and the illusion of invincibility vanished in a brutal knockout that punished overconfidence. There were also displays of pure technical mastery. Dismantling of Alina Pitbull was cold and clinical, every strike placed with intent, every opening exploited. Carol Foro showed the same ruthless efficiency against Esquafi, ending the fight early with speed and precision that left no room for resistance. Ollie Schmidt needed only seconds to change the course of her fight, dropping her opponent almost instantly and finishing with controlled ground and pound, proving that aggression paired with composure is lethal. As the night rolled on, the theme repeated itself. Head kicks landed clean. Counter punches punished reckless advances. Knees from the clinch ended careers in seconds. Fighters like Jasmine Strupsky, Lanchana Green, Tamana Amari, and Lucia Sabova all showcased different paths to the same destination: sudden, undeniable victory. Some finishes came from relentless pressure, others from perfectly timed counters, but all shared the same brutal finality. By the time the montage reached its most shocking moments, like Chanel Dyer's spinning elbow or Jojo Rajakumari's flawless overhand, the message was impossible to ignore. Women's MMA is not an exception to brutality. It is a showcase of it, refined by skill, sharpened by speed, and delivered without hesitation. These knockouts aren't accidents. They are the result of thousands of hours of training converging into a single, violent moment. If you've made it this far, you already know this isn't just about highlights. It's about respect for the fighters who step into the cage knowing exactly what's at stake, and still choose to pull the trigger when the moment arrives. If you enjoyed this breakdown of some of the most vicious knockouts in women's MMA, let us know which finish shocked you the most, and which fighter you think has the most terrifying striking in the game today. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive into the moments that define combat sports.